Hi, I'm Paige Pradko. Welcome to Therapy for a Better Life. Today we're talking about anxiety disorders. And I've been working with people with anxiety disorders for almost 20 years, and I've learned a lot about what helps people with anxiety. So I've developed my own method of treatment, and it's called the CALM method, where I pick some of the most helpful techniques in psychology and I organize them. And I help clients to know what to use when with anxiety disorders. So my method is called CALM, and it's an acronym where C are techniques for calming the body, A are techniques of accepting anxiety, L are logic techniques like CBT and DBT, and M is for moving on, and they're more distraction techniques, moving our focus away from our anxiety. So today I am working on A for accepting anxiety, but I'm using it a little bit in a different method and called visualizations. So visualizations help us to kind of calm down some obsessive worries and obsessive thoughts. And the first visualization is I have clients close their eyes and just visualize a white room. All four walls and the ceiling and the floor are all white. It's just a small square room with a white chair in it. And I have them seat themselves in this white chair in this white room. And there's a door to the left and a door to the right. And I have them visualize one at a time that their obsessive thought or their worry is coming into the door on the left and leaving through the door on the right. And they're just visualizing their worry, whatever it is, one at a time, coming through the left door, and they're watching it go out the right door. And it gives them a visual that they don't need to control the worry, and the worry and obsessive thought does not have control over them. You can just see it come in and go out. And that's the way our thoughts really work, and our obsessive worries really work, is that we don't have control over them. We don't even need to have control over them. You just let them come and go, and they don't have control over you. And another visualization for this idea that our thoughts just come and go, they don't mean anything, they don't have control over our behavior, and we don't have to try to stop them. We can just observe them come and go, is to picture kind of a meandering creek, a meandering river. And picture that there are leaves floating down this river, and you're watching it as it, curls around corners back and forth, just these leaves just floating down the river. And one at a time, you put your obsessive thoughts or your obsessive worries on the leaves, and you just watch them float down the river. They come and they go, and we just see them go by. We don't even react to them. And that's another nice visualization. Also, clients like to think of thoughts as clouds, that the clouds just float by. We couldn't stop a cloud from coming, and we can't force a cloud to come faster. The clouds just kind of go by at their own rhythm. And that's what thoughts and worries do. They kind of just float on by. We don't stop them. They don't have control over us. We don't have control over them. You just let them go by and try not to react to them. So a little bit different kind of visualization. It comes from the theory of internal family systems. And internal family systems talks about that we have this ability to compartmentalize our brain. And so I sometimes will use this with clients if they're very emotional or very anxious, very stressed, but they have things to do. They have to go to work and they can't afford to be upset at work. They have to get things done. So we simply ask the emotional side of our brain to step back and we ask our everyday, get things done brain, the everyday part of our brain that's a little bit calmer, to step forward. I'm going to talk more about internal family systems in another video in the future, but it's just if you can just picture asking your anxious brain to step back. Ask that part of the brain to step back, and ask the part of the brain that's calmer to step forward. I think that you'll find some relief in that exercise. Another exercise that is about compartmentalizing is picturing a chest in your brain, maybe a treasure chest. And you are just going to put all these obsessive worries and obsessive thoughts into that chest, and you're going to lock it up. And you can let your brain know that you don't need them right now. You're putting them in the chest, you're locking them up, but you will come back later when you need to think about those things. So I hope that some of these visualizations techniques helped, and a lot of my clients like them. And if you have your own visualization, please put it in the comments section. I'd love to hear what it is. If you'd like to see the next video in this series on my CALM method, it's going to be introducing you to some of the logic techniques, the CBT and DBT techniques for treating anxiety. If you'd like to see that video, click here. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and learn more about other mental health techniques and topics, click subscribe here. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.